All right, testing Twitch. Testing YouTube. Cool. All right. so so Thursday I was thinking I was going to do just a free day, and I'm working on a comic for Aces Under the Moonlight. So I'm going to be doing that. So right here, this is I can show you this one. So it's just like uh her waking up, like she's going to sleep here. Right. Excuse me. Sorry, I just ate. At this point, I'm just inking this whole thing. Here she's just sleeping and waking up. This is gonna be annoying because I have to do all this hair. So I wonder what happened today. I just I woke up a little late, but I got the video out or the short out. Let's check. A lot of politics stuff, fortunately. Hopefully, the was it the shorts, not the shorts, the videos work out a little better. Um, I'm still working on the one for just a little story time thing. I'm gonna try a few things with the long form videos. Um, well, I guess she doesn't really have this. It's kind of like going away. It's raining now. Kind of sucks. This will be a shorter stream. Because I'm just gonna try to do this for a little bit, and have a lot more work to do. But I wanna get like a full week or like yeah, weekend. Tomorrow there won't be a stream. I'll be just I'll be focusing on like making all this stuff better. Even though like I probably should do Friday streams. I don't know. Maybe like I'll do a Saturday one because like the timings might change. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put out a schedule to show everyone like what I've been doing or where you can find me on stream. The problem is gonna be that while I have a lot of shorts I can do, I eventually will have to make new get new content. What is this a comic for? Is that Cassandra? Yes, this is a comic for Ace Under the Moonlight. This is like one of the pages I can show you because there's a lot of nudity in the comic, at least in this early part. Um, this is when she's like, she got woken up from a nightmare and she's going back to sleep, and then like it cuts to daytime and someone's like banging on the door. So that's what's happening. Uh, I'm just doing like a simple one. I guess not simple comics. It's very complicated to draw. It's a simple story. It's basically they're just like having a party. Um, what's a word? It's supposed to. Let me see. I think I wrote this all down. What it's supposed to do. It's not there. Right. It's supposed to introduce all the characters, and it's supposed to like be an introduction to Rek, the dude with the mohawk. It's something like that. It's just I'm not a manga guy. I just kind of draw whatever. Um, however, and it might take me a while. So, but you know that's what all this streaming stuff is for. You can see it too. Like I have to pull this back a little bit more. Where's the sketches? Oh no, it's up here. So that's basically what I'm doing here. Everything has already been like it, oh, one second. Everything's been like planned out, so I can just do this normally. Or more easily, I guess. My computer's going off like the stuff. So what's going on with you? What's going on with you today? I was thinking like yeah, tomorrow I was gonna put out a little stream schedule to see how this goes. This would be like I have to leave soon though. Like I have to, I think maybe like less than 2 hours this stream, but this stuff is a lot more brain dead. Not brain dead, like just simpler. Doesn't require as much thought once you have everything figured out. Gonna be working on some game guide stuff. I've got more time to do so now. That's good. Do you prefer? Do you is like this is what you prefer doing is like game guides, or is it just like a hobby for you? I the hair is gonna take a while. My favorite manga artist is Oh Great. He did Tenjo Tenge and Air Gear. Excellent artwork. I have some of his books back there. Not over here, but they're back there. Um, I use it sometimes for reference. The composition is crazy, everything. Most of my guides have been for money, but it is fun too. I'm filling in the gap from games not having manuals. Yes, that's right. I think we did talk about this. The manuals are all gone. Like box copies have gotten a little bit more ridiculous. Like the Switch 2 ones. Do I have one here? I don't have one. But the Switch 2 ones, like they're empty. They're completely empty. I have the anime for Tenjo Tenge, but I'm not aware of how the oh great art looks. Yeah, it's very good. Actually, can I show it? Maybe probably I don't think I have one that I can show. Comic. No. Yeah. So oh. I mean, here's a good one. That's how his art looks. This is for Air Gear. The Switch 2 boxes have the flap to hold the manual. You know, I'm gonna check. So they have this weird one. It's the same thing as the Switch 1. It has this little like these clips. Same thing on which is weird. It covers up the game. But you can see how like that's the entire game. This is this is the entire game down here, and then the rest of it's just kind of an empty space. And the Switch one is the same thing. It's like it has like this nice inset interior. I enjoy the artwork, right? Thinking about it, the flaps must be for download codes mainly. Yeah, it has to be for like something else they can package in the physical copy. But they do have those flaps. This is a book, one of the Tenjo Tenge books I have. Very good art. Also, like the thing about it is like the pages. I guess like when I can show more of the comic, you can see how like well balanced all the pages are. Like at a distance, you can see the black and white for the whole page is balanced. Like the value structure, everything is very well balanced. It's very good because I have that problem. Like the black and white for the entirety of the page, the whole page is the work of art. So I have trouble with keeping that in mind. This hair is more abstract than anything. Switch one boxes are transparent, which is new for reversible covers. 3DS had some holes in the box that Kid Icarus Uprising used to show art through the back, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, I just like the all the art in general. It's just that like why, right? Like, why is there so much space and so tiny cartridge? It's basically exclusively to sell it, obviously, to you have all the art be nice and big so you buy it. But yeah, at least put a manual in there, you know? At least put something in there. I don't know if I have anything, any manuals I used to have. I didn't really take care of the games like that. I want this to be more like she's like going to sleep, so so it's becoming like her hair is becoming more abstract and stuff. Be more dreamlike. Just gotta, at some point, you just gotta kind of finagle this stuff and find like pleasing shapes, aesthetic shapes, and forms. So, oh my god, fuck. One second. Sorry, I was had to take care of something. Uh, my my alarm is extremely loud. Anyway, or my ringtone is really loud, so I don't miss it. All right, so typically with manga, the black and white, like the doing illustrations like this black and white stuff is like what I kind of found it easier, so I did it for a couple pieces of art. Let me show you. One of the pieces of art I did, I thought it was easier, but it's just like it's not a matter of what's easier and harder. It's more like how much work you're gonna put into it, right? Because if you want to optimize manga art, then it will look incredible. But you know, if you're doing it because it's easier, you might have some problems. Let me see. I kind of sell these at conventions. I gotta make sure. This one? Yeah. So this is one that has like the effect, like the fake sort of effect, um, paper effect. This is like a manga print that I sell. Hey, Evernor. How are you? I like this one. The other one are a little less well done, but not well done. I guess like they're not up to snuff for me, but I guess I can't say that either. You know what? It's just that my best drawing is my next drawing. I think that's what usually happens. This one, like, I wanted to do this wide angle thing, and it worked out, so that's why I like it. How's your day been, Evernor? Hi, Gavish. Yeah, I'm doing the a manga for our comic manga for Ace Done of the Moonlight. This is one of the pages I can show. So this is her like she's going to sleep, basically. And right now I'm just doing the line work for it. I'll do the shading later. First the worst, next the best. Yep, that's how it goes. Like, you know, sometimes I feel like I guess all this to say I feel like I use the manga art style as a crutch. and I should just make these pages as beautiful as possible. So how many pages? So this one is so I think I decided to do 30 in total. But let me see. The first 15 are like I think are like fully planned out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So around 16 pages is like part 1 of chapter 1. Like that's been planned out. Um and this is like page 10. And I was going to plan to do Thursday to do this stuff. So that's what I'm going for. So this is also it's a simpler page. That's another thing. Relatively simpler page. I saw you have some katakana. I assume you learned a bit of that or asked a friend. I asked a friend about the katakana. I actually got it wrong the first time, but yeah, it says Cassandra. But yeah, I'm a fake weeb. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Japan or Japanese. Like, despite the fact that I loved anime for so long, I never bothered to learn a lot of the accurate stuff. My friend's Japanese, and he actually tells me he lived in Japan for a while. He was telling me all the like mistranslations, like all of the Mario characters. Like they have so many of them have different names. Like the big one is like Bowser is Koopa, and Koopa Troopa is called Noko Noko. So they just have like a completely different name. Like it means to do something slowly, and it's the noise they make. Um, and actually, it still happens. You have a real weaves in chat and comments that can help. Yeah, see, that's the best part. So the thing is, it still happens now with Rosalina. Her name is Rosetta. I believe in Japanese. For some reason, they changed it uh in English for this one. Like it usually doesn't happen as much now. Let me check if that's true. Yeah, Rosetta. For some reason. I think mistranslation is a bit harsh, but no one can pretend it is more than localization. Even Luma is Chico. Yeah. Yeah, localization. Yeah. Localization would be a better word for it. For the Mario series, they do it all the time. Yeah, for some reason. It's a little weird. Wow, how does that happen? Oh, hey, here he is in Twitch. Pretty sure they changed Rosetta because it's an actual name in the Western world. Yeah, so apparently there's an orbit called the Rosetta orbit, and Mario Galaxy was important. Like they were scared that some people would be like, "That's my likeness." Yeah, yeah, it could be that. Even terms that are in English in Japan get changed, some being more obvious than others. Yeah, I think there's some like early Gen 1 Pokemon that are named like an English word and then they still changed it. I think Scyther is named Slicer. I think that's what he is in Japanese. In Japanese he's Slicer. Is that it? Scyther. You can like the Japanese name, man. No. He has a completely different name. Suto Raikou. Strike. Yeah, okay. He's like Striker. And then they change it to Scyther. which is it's really weird to think about. But they also changed Ash's name. His name is Satoshi in Japanese, but they changed the Ash Ketchum. Lots of stuff from my childhood, particularly, uh, was fully changed. Satoshi is such a generic name. Yeah, yeah. I guess it's seems like I like Ash Ketchum's a pun, so I figured Satoshi was, but apparently not. Like, imagine if someone was named William. Yeah. Gen 1 Pokemon names were awful. Lizard was Charmeleon. Ghastly was Ghost. Wait, no. Ghastly was Ghost, and then Haunter was Ghost, right? Hashtag not all, but still, I think localizations helped in a few cases. Yeah, I think my favorite localization was Abracadabra Alakazam, because in Japanese there it's a pun on like famous magicians. But I like Abracadabra Alakazam. It's a pretty good um series of names. Ah, Satoshi was literally the name of the game developer. He deserves the acknowledged. Put respect on that name. Uh, Satoshi Tajiri. Oh, it's a guy. Okay. Okay. Well, that makes it a little bit better. That explains why it's like a normal name. Oh, he's the creator of the Pokemon franchise and the co-founder and president of Game Freak. All right, I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Not everything needs to be clever, but imagine needing to trademark the word lizard internationally. Yeah. Japan be like, yeah, let's name these kids red and green. I remember there was like a Trevor Noah bit. I can't remember which African country, but apparently they named their kids like real life stuff. I don't know if it's true. I guess he put in a comedy bit, so I don't want to like say it's true. But yeah, that's pretty funny. What was it? What was another one? I guess we lose a lot of the puns, although we lose all the puns, right? Like Waluigi is supposed to be like a pun on evil clone or something, because Luigi sort of sounds like clone or some stuff like that. Hey, Aisha, how are you doing? I think actually SK Ultra, you told me about like all the that there's a lot of like stuff in Zelda that's lost in translation. I didn't know Zelda was like a very uh there was a lot of like Japanese isms in Zelda. Like to a point where it's like almost the only thing about it that's Western is like how it looks. Oh, actually, recently I learned about. Oh, not quite, but anyone who really cares about the reason for Waluigi or Wario to have the name will look it up. Yeah, definitely. Um, what's the word? What are you drawing? Okay, so I'm drawing a. The Triforce is Japanese. It's like yeah, it's like an actual like emblem. Uh, I'm drawing a comic for my game Aces Under the Moonlight, and this is a just a page of the main character. She's going back to sleep after waking up at night from a nightmare, and then it cuts to she wakes up because there's a really loud noise. It's like these two are at night, and then she suddenly wakes up. So like these will have like dark. This is a little too dark, like that. It'll be dark. It'll be like dark again, and then it'll wake up here. It'll be bright white like that. So stuff like that. So the Thwomp, no, Womp, the Womps, right? These guys. Like, first of all, this whole mask thing, this whole thing, like, you can see it in like a. This whole mouth shape is I see it in like a lot of those demon masks and stuff. But this is apparently a monster in folklore. I learned this recently. It's called a Nurikabe, or a living wall. I had no idea because, like, to me, Mario games are really Western. Like, I can't imagine that they're like this. They're so like cartoony. They like more so than every other game besides Metroid. They're so cartoony and so like Disney-esque. It's hard to imagine like they're like very Japanese. I think because Miyamoto's like 60 something, right? No, Miyamoto, Shigeru Miyamoto. He is very old at this point. Yeah, he was born in like, no, God, he's 70. He was born in the 50s, which I think is like right after the first anime started, I think. Hi, hello, beauty. How are you doing? I'm drawing a comic for my game or a manga. What else was a weird one? Like, oh yeah, the living wall. It's literally like there'd be like a wall that would move to stop travelers, and like that was actually one of the reasons I like folklore that much. Why like the platform fighter is going to be like it has a bunch of folklore because you have like an endless array of monsters from like weird to scary to funny. Astro Boy might not be the first anime, but the first version was in the 60s. Right. Um and I think he took that from Disney, so I think like Miyamoto was influenced by that. And that's why like Mario looks the way he does. Both manga and anime. Right. I mean basically that would make him like around 10 when Astro Boy shows up. Let me see. Mighty Atom. No, the original run was 1952 for the manga. Was the anime? Mighty Atom here, yeah. Yeah, that was in the 60s. Yeah, so like when he was born, the manga came out. Unless I'm reading that too quickly. So I think, am I done with this? No, there's still more here. Where can I get your game from? My game is Aces Under the Moonlight. It is on Steam. You can also go to infernoofcreation.com, and at the bottom there'll be a Steam link to the directly to the Steam page, the Twitter, and the YouTube. Aces Under the Moonlight, and yeah, Last Gogeta also. I don't know if I can put that. Yeah, so infernoofcreation.com will lead you to a website that has the Steam page on it. Yeah, it's free to play. Let me know what you think. I'm still working on it, so two characters are fully playable. The third character, the art isn't done, but he is playable. Oh, okay. I'm going to get the game now. Thank you. Yeah, let me know what you think. Um, I hear people having problems with the VFX and the menu controls or menus in general, so I have to change, I have to fix those. See what the issue is. Um, it seems like there's a problem with like the display. It's too big and they can't see the buttons. So I might have to like work on Unity a little bit to fix all that. Um, okay, so I think that's good for like the general line work before I actually start the what's the word? The heavier inking. So I'm gonna panel two. And you gotta guess like you see this giant so you see this like a bunch of this dark shade over here? All this dark shading. You can choose to do that on like however you want. This is just kind of like planning. I'm probably gonna make that just like actual gray shading. I might put like a really dark, but I don't want to. I don't think I want to make it that dark. This is supposed to be like very dreamlike right now. Not supposed to be very harsh, like daytime lighting stuff. It kind of depends on how you want to do it. You basically are always, no matter what you have, like paper, pencil, just inking, coloring, digital paints, um, black and white, etc. You are trying to create some effect, and you just have to change the way you do that with the tools you have. Oh, speaking of which, actually, speaking of which, I'm just making a segue. Hi, Aisha. How you doing? Um, so I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I only just started, and like I can see, it's really fun to just break stuff. I didn't get very far, so I can see why they thought this would make for a fun game, because you can just walk around breaking stuff is so well done. Yeah, but right now we're just nice and chill art. Oh, I also probably like when I put up the schedule, I'm probably gonna ask like what good times for people, because it seems like I might have people um in different time zones. YouTube does show though your is Bonanza looking like the Next big 3D evolution along Kirby Forgotten Lands and Sonic Generations. That is a very wow. That's a heavy, heavy question. Um, I know we are ignoring the DK64 in the room. Yeah, you know, I don't think Donkey Kong, just Donkey Kong, has had enough of like a backlog of like this is how Donkey Kong is. This is how he plays. This is what he does. Um, I guess it's just the Donkey Kong Country games. So it's hard to say like, oh, this is the leap. This is the generational leap. Um, I I'm not thinking so right now, but we'll see. Like I haven't played enough of Bonanza. How about Sonic 06? Oh my god, no, please. Sonic Generations is so good, and I still haven't gotten Sonic Generation Shadow Generations. I should really get on that. Isn't that enough? Metroid only had a handful before Prime. Even one is enough. If you look at Spark the Electric Jester, that's right. Spark the Electric Jester was really cool. Yeah, I would have to see. Like, if it's a knockout game with all the, it seems like it has every feature under the sun forever, always. So yeah, I think like, I think it will be. I gotta play it more. Um, but man, that's heavy because I think Sonic Generations is like the perfect. Literally, the only thing keeping it from perfection is that there isn't more of it. That's it. There's only like 9 levels. I think the only thing I'd liked about Sonic 06 was that the story was trying to be epic, like a really long epic story. Because Adventure 2 Battle or Adventure 2 did have one of those. It had like a long, silly anime story that was very good. Very, very good. I enjoyed it. I guess it was supposed to be a different game. It was supposed to be like a fantasy game, and then they just added Sonic to it. I think that was the lore behind the development. If Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Castle Crashes can get DLC long after release, maybe Sonic and Shadow Generations can. I mean, I hope so. Those like Sonic, if Sonic Generations could get Sonic and the Black Knight. I never actually played Sonic and the Black Knight, even though it was on the Wii. I mean, I would welcome Sonic Generations DLC any day of the week. I even like Lost World. I like Lost World too. Um, did you play Sonic and the Black Knight, Gavish? How'd you like those games? I think that was during the dark times for Sonic. I sensed that one coming. I need to play the game again soon, but I liked it a lot. Okay, that's cool. How high were they when they were like, "Yeah, let's make them kiss"? Yeah, I don't. I just think it was because it was from a different game. It was supposed to be a different game. So they just kind of kept it that way. I know, but they were having those problems. I remember watching a video, like they kept like pushing games out, Um, and the reason Sonic Generations was good was because they developed a new engine that let them like make a bunch of levels like quickly. So I think like they took more time on Generations. But yeah, the story was as it was strange. The characterization in the storybook titles was to stand out. The controls for Black Knight weren't perfect, but we're almost there. Sonic 06 was made with duct tape, but it's still magical in a weird way. It it's so strange. I I mean the gameplay itself was like I mean really the only thing you really like I would really talk about it is like how ambitious the story was, you know. I never played is Sonic 06 as that bad. I never played it. It's very broken. Like it doesn't work a lot of the time. Um, it lacks a lot of polish, I guess, like for a platformer especially. And the story is very strange. The Hedgehog Engine 2, I think that engine was only used for Sonic Forces so far. Sonic Sonic Forces was the open world one, right? Sonic Forces? Or was that the No, that was a different one. Frontier was that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, Frontier. Forces was this game. Yeah, I was excited for Forces, but I heard it wasn't that great because it was like a return to Generations. But eh. Oh yeah, classic Sonic. I loved him. Classic Sonic was like when I saw him. Another thing like perfect translations into 3D. That was great. I love that. I love that they made him different from modern Sonic, and like he was so cute. I loved it. Even though in Sonic Generations the modern levels like clear the classic levels. Classic levels are still good, but they're not as good as the modern levels. Sonic 06 is not an easy recommendation, but if you can stand for poor loading times, poor polish, and great vibes, have fun. Yeah, yeah, basically that sums it up. Best that you play Project 06. That's right. They were a fan game, a fan mod, I think. Oh, wait, Project 06 was that a fan mod of Unleashed? Or no, that was something else. I remember Unleashed was like the step in the right direction. Before they did the werehog levels, but like uh the day levels was a step in the right direction. And then they just did that for Generations, which is great. Oh man, I remember freaking which one was it where it was Sonic Adventure 1 where like he's going down the building? What was that? It was called something. That's like it's like the iconic one where he goes down the building. Speed Highway, that was it, I think. I like that they redid that for Generations as well. I really enjoyed that. For me, I don't like the classic Sonic Generations slash Forces use, in part due to the characterizations, physics slash gameplay being way off, and just being another Sonic. But I need to play more. Yeah, I guess I like how he's just like this cute little silent character. Um, it's a fun little thing. He is obviously like not as like doesn't have the attitude that I guess Sonic typically has, but yeah. Oh, is Gamescom going on today? I only finished Sonic Generations 3DS so far, which did have uh, closer physics in some way. I haven't played the 3DS version. I don't think I ever played it because it didn't look, it didn't have like, I think it was like a different type of game. I might as well get it at this point. It's been years. Uh, 3DS. Yo, 2011. Actually, actually, I just remembered a translation. Thing was like the biggest one was like Mega Man, right? He's supposed to be a pun on Rockman or rock and roll, but they kept roll and they named him Mega Man. Or I think they kept roll. The silent 2D Sonic is a retcon, but it has its charm as well. It is like how Metal Sonic can't say a word despite there being evidence otherwise since Sonic CD. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he doesn't have the personality, right? Which is a major factor for Sonic in general. Yeah, it's still roll. Are you excited for Sonic Racing? I am a little bit excited for Sonic Racing after I saw freaking they brought in Hatsune Miku. Like they're doing some crazy stuff. Proto Man is blues in Japan. Bass is forte in Japan. Yeah, that's another thing. Like those are English words. Why'd they change them? Proto Man is like sort of an English word. Sonic Racing Crosswells has great music, but I don't race to play new racing games. I mean, as long as I'm not a big fan of Mario Kart, I don't like the whole like, uh, what's it called? I guess the gameplay. I don't like the throwing, like the randomness and stuff. Um, I don't know about. I didn't play the original or any other Sonic Racing games, so maybe Sonic Racing would be different. Hey, do I even have like? One second. Do I even have Crossworlds? No, Sonic. God. Do I have the console for it? I don't think I have. PS5, right? I don't think I have this. No, oh, Switch too. No, Switch. I can get it. Wait, no, is this real? I assume you wouldn't like Crossworlds either if you like don't like randomness. It's still an item-based kart racer, but maybe play an older title. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess you just can't. It's just like maybe it's just me being too competitive. Like sometimes you can't. You just don't take it seriously. All right, let me. But Sonic is always going to have excellent music. Like that is basically a prerequisite. Even Sonic Generations, of the music I heard, excellent. I think Sonic and Sonic Frontiers. I think Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed is a great celebration of all Sega series and some guests. Yeah, they kind of like they Sonic All Stars Racing. Let me see, Sonic and Racing Transformed. Oh, but also Astro Boy. I heard Astro Bay was a pretty good celebration. Also Racing Transformed, Sonic Wiki Zone. What's this on? Oh, Wii U. Maybe I can still get it. Oh, wow. Oh, hey, Knights. All these old characters. Hey, Gum. From, God, was it Jet Set Radio? And all these characters. All Stars Racing Transformed has Banjo on Xbox. It's did the Soul Calibur thing. That's interesting. Yeah, exclusive characters. I wonder if playable characters is Beat. What? What did Diddy Kong Racing have Banjo as well? Was that the game with it? Yeah, he did. Wii U version has 5 players with the gamepad as an added screen. Yeah, it looks like they really. I don't know. I guess this one just went on the radar for me. I did. What was the reception? Yeah, that's pretty good reception. I don't know. This kind of went on the radar for me. That's weird. 2012. Oh, this is like right after Sonic Generations. It's probably too busy with that. Wait, Gamescom is going on right now? Let me see. Have you read the Sonic comics? If you have, do like Sonic IDW or Sonic RT? I have. Oh man, this is literally like decades ago. I read one where he like lost his shoes and he couldn't run. Sort of. Like I think that I barely remember this. It's like on the like edge of my mind. It was like that might have been actually from the TV show. I can't remember. Man, like it's been way too long since I've read one of them. I've heard the comics get a little crazy though. Oh yeah, I did know of Sally though, so I guess that had to be the comics because Sally was in it. She's not in anything else, I don't think. Like the majority of my early knowledge of Sonic was from all the TV shows. I haven't played all the Sonic Racers, but All Stars Racing Transformation is the best received one since the PS3. Riders is apparently really good, but released the same year as Sonic 06. Yeah, it's gonna cause some splash damage. Sonic 06. It's gonna cause some splash damage to others. But yeah. I read no Sonic comics, but didn't mind the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, I remember at least the TV show. I remember watching Sonic, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the original. There was another Sonic X, I think it was Sonic X, and then there's also Kirby Right Back at You. I don't remember that as well, but I remember watching it. What's going on at Gamescom 2025? I guess the videos aren't out yet. Live? There's live. Um, I never played Sonic Heroes. I played Adventure 2 and then skipped Sonic Heroes, I think. And then what else? I should probably look into the mainline franchise. Let me see. Sonic. Just Sonic games. Wikipedia, please. Just give me the whole thing. There he is. Sonic IDW is good, but Sonic RT is bad. Oh, okay. I remember the IDW. Wasn't there like a problem with the guy Ken something? Right? Was he the Archie guy or the IDW guy? There was like some copyright problem, like he was keeping the characters, I think, that he made. Um, the Dark Ages has hidden gems in there, especially on portables. Right? Didn't like one of the games went to portable? I think they changed it, but it was like very good. Oh, IDW is made by that Tyson Hess, or like he worked on that, I think. Ken Penders is Archie. Yeah, that was the problem. That guy was a problem. Video games. List of Sonic video games. Hedgehog 2 to CD, Super Chaos, Season 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Knuckles Chaotic, Sailor Magic. Okay. Sonic 4, I remember not being great. Oh, Sonic Boom, I think that was another one that kind of had a problem. Sonic Mania was pretty good. The problem was like some of the stages. It's classic 2D Sonic problems. Is that all of the stages aren't like the fast moving ones. Some of them are like the vertical maze ones. I remember Chemical Plant Zone in Sonic Mania. At least the one I played wasn't. It wasn't good. I thought it was a little. It wasn't fast paced. It's kind of funny, even though the game is beautiful and the game like it's beautiful and the music is amazing. Yeah, that was what I'm saying. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, the game. Actually, are people coming back around to that game? I remember when it came out. It was the most hilarious thing on the planet. Let me see. I think the reception for it at the time was pretty bad. Yeah, mixed to average. Yeah. I don't know how people feel about it now. Like all the cult classics. But it was okay. It was Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, and then the next 3D one was Shadow the Hedgehog, and then Sonic 06. Sonic and the Secret Rings, Unleashed, Black Knight, Colors. Colors was like the next best one. That was it. I really like Colors. And then Generations was like the perfection of that. Lost World, I liked Lost World. I did enjoy Lost World. Shadow 05 got the crap kicked out of it for the premise. It earned a bit of it, but honestly the gunplay is good. Yeah, I think it was such a the premise was like it colored that entire game, like the reception for that game so much. So Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric was another one that was rushed. Basically, Basically, after Sonic and the Black Knight, you have Colors, Generations, and Lost World, which like for me 3 for 3. And then you have Rise of Lyric and Forces, which are like kind of a blow. And then you're back to Frontiers, which was very well done. I never played it, but very well done. I've heard. What's Sonic Dream Team? Oh, this is the mobile game. Okay, I know what this is. Then Shadow Generations, which I've heard is very good. My problem with those lists is that they always ignore portable games. Sonic Pocket Adventure, Advance 1, 2, and 3. Advance was really good. Rush Adventure. They all came out in that window. Yeah, these lists just are the 3D platformers. Console only list would act like Castlevania went from Symphony of the Night to 64 to Lords of Shadow. Yeah. I have to go to work, so bye. I'll see you, Gavish. Thanks for coming. And thanks for talking. Yeah, I think this list is split them up into 2D platformers, 3D platformers, racing games. I think a 2D platformers will probably have all this stuff. I get it when it's an arcade game with no re-releases on console. I see you. Sonic Rivals, Riders, Rivals 2, Zero Gravity, yeah. I don't know what is there like another Sonic game in the works? I guess they just released Shadow Generations, or how long is that away? When did that release? 2024. All right, so they just released it. All right, no big deal. I should probably just go play that for a while. Let me put on a video. I think there are leaks about Frontiers 2, but we are waiting. Yeah, I wanna, cause it's good. Like Frontiers and Shadow Generations are just good. So hopefully they're on a streak. I think for a while I didn't know that Sonic was a Japanese IP as well because I watched it from the when I was a kid. It was mostly the TV shows. There was also word of a Sonic Heroes remake from someone over a year ago. If I had to guess, that would be timed with Sonic Movie 4, since it would go with the new characters. Yeah, actually, I'm surprised they didn't like. Did they capitalize on the Sonic movie craze? Like, I don't think I kept up with it because Sonic. I haven't watched 2 yet. I really should. 3 was really good, even though it was like it was like truncation of a really long story, but it was good. Like, Sonic is complicated. The games have been split between Japanese and Western influences from the start. Yeah, I mean, I guess he was supposed to appeal to the West. I'm pretty sure, at least to compete with Mario. It's good though. I mean, like obviously, I loved him. All right. Oh no, I fell more right here. All right, let me. Sonic 2 was made in America by a division from the same team that made Sonic 1. Huh, that's surprising. I remember Sonic Adventure 2, the reason it starts in like San Francisco is because they partially made it. Like the American team lived in San Francisco. I think that was part of it. When I was a kid, I thought the name word echidna sounded so funny. Yeah, I didn't know what an echidna was actually. Like for a long, I didn't know it was a real animal. I thought it was like something they made up for a long time. But apparently, it's like just an animal. Sonic CD was made in Japan, but even that game had a unique OST specifically for the States. Yeah, I think they understand, like, he was such a hit, I think. Sonic was such a hit internationally. Um, like, it was like someone who came out of nowhere and competed with Mario, like, successfully. At the time, especially. It is wild that most of the games in the 90s were quite good despite the teams being split and traveling all the time. I think 90s in video games were like a big like especially early 3D parts. Like it was just a huge um emerging market. So I think like there's so many like weird things that weird stuff that happened. I don't want to say it's like less corporate. I just the some of the postmortems I've read was like these games like they barely functioned up until release. There was not a lot of like management was like scattered. I remember Halo 2 had so many problems. Just endless problems, right? Final Fantasy 7 was another one. I guess Melee was another one. Like they just these games that are so famous for like not working. And apparently Ocarina of Time was another one. It didn't work. It was like very problematic until the end. People were like doing a bunch of new stuff. It paid off from a lot of them. They're all like multi-millionaires now, billionaires, billion-dollar companies. I think that's all for like the. Okay, one more thing. Okay, so one more here at the bottom. This is gonna take a little longer because any game with Yuji Naka is another one probably. Sonic 06 was the last Sonic game he was involved in, and he was the reason why Sonic Extreme couldn't exist. Uh yeah, I think Yuji Naka. I've only heard bad things about him, like besides the fact that he was a creator of this Sonic. Like, after a while, like I don't know, maybe like it was just like some attitude change, people. But what was Sonic Extreme? That sounds familiar. Oh, oh, so this is like the first 3D game, and it would have been like it looks like it would have been before Mario 64. Oh, okay. Yeah, it just seems like he doesn't seem like a nice person. Who knows? Last I heard of him, he made a he was making a new game, but this was years ago, years and years and years and years ago. He made his own original game. Oh no, wait, no, he did the Balan Underworld, right? That was it. That was the last time I heard of him, right? And then he got like caught for fraud. Yeah, Balan Wonderworld. And then he got yeah, okay, yeah. That was it. That was the problems I've heard of from him. I'm sure he was a great creative, but it seems he was hard to work with since the 90s. Yeah. Yeah, I heard like Like there were some problems with him and like I can't remember who it was, but like this guy told him to fuck off, but and he said like there was no way to say it in Japanese. I think SK Ultra, you told me about that. I can't remember like who it was though, because apparently you can't swear in Japanese. Huh. Ballad in Wonderworld is an unfortunate game. I don't know what the vision for it was at all. You played the demo. I have not. Um, excuse me. I didn't play Ballad in Wonderworld. I just saw like I saw it, and then I saw like the very bad reviews, and I was like, you know, and then I saw it was like Yuji Naka worked on it, and it's just like a bunch of stuff. Like why? Like what happened? Because it didn't look like some cheap nothing game. It looked like there was quite a few things about it. I mean, maybe like I might as well like play it now. I mean, this I saw all the parodies of it. There's like so many of them. Um, the Snap Cube one, that was great. Uh, Snap Cubes. The dub, the one where like I'm gonna piss on the moon. I think that was theirs. Or that like that was from their video. Let's tap rodeo. Let's tap in rodeo. We are two post Sonic 06 game he worked on, which are decent. Oh, let's tap in Rodea. Okay. Actually, I just look up. The best Snapcube dub is Shadow the Hedgehog. They keep getting better and better. Yeah, they're really good. Um, okay, it looks like. Oh, Rodea the Sky Soldier. I never heard of this one. I should play more games. Yeah, but it looks like it got good review though. No, actually, it was generally negative, but eh. Eh, what do critics know? I don't think I've watched the Shadow the Hedgehog one. I should get on that. Rodeo Wii is a different game from the Wii U 3DS. Don't let the reviews fool you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, actually, there was a. I think it's more like because I watch more movies now. I remember the Power Rangers movie, the new one, the new Power Rangers movie. It was like okay from the critics, but I really liked it. I thought it was really good, like the new Power Rangers movie. Film. Da 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 da. Where is reception? Yeah, mixed reviews. I thought it was good. It was very good. Um, Rodeo Wii was technically only released as part of a limited edition for Wii U as a bonus disc, which has very few reviews. Hmm. I was in case of Rodeo, 99% of accessible copies in media is for the worst version of the game. It is worse than liking something. It's even worse than liking something that reviews badly. Man. So wait, which is the good version? The Wii version is the good one, or the Wii U 3DS version is a good one? Wii version is the good version. It was uncanceled. Okay. I'm watching some gameplay of it. 3DS Wii U is so, but was released digitally and had a demo, so most people know this. Hmm. Yeah, I guess that sort of game preservation problem. um, the game preservation actually is a little more urgent because I think there's games now that like you just can't play, especially because a lot of them required like arcade machines and stuff, so you can't really play them. Metacritic and 3DS have a review, but the Wii don't. Yeah, don't even know the Wii version exists. Hmm. Mm. One second, I gotta concentrate here. I'll say it's good enough. In a video series called one good channel to check out for Rodeo is Pariah695. He does a lot of stuff on action games, but covered basically all the Sonic games. In a video series called Sonic was always good. Not to say he has glowing praise for all of them. He likes time attack and storytelling. I mean, Sonic was good for like a long time. Like, there's like a lot of games that are good. It's just that he's like such a big property and he's had such low lows. Sorry, Rodeo. No, it doesn't even come up in the search results if I type in Rodeo. Nothing. He's become a massive meme, I guess. It's in a series. Oh yeah. I'm listening to the video right now. Yeah, I guess it's like people had a problem with the graphics from the comments, but the swag Sonic was always good videos are a good option if you want to refresh or learn about random Sonic game. Yeah, I should I would always I'll look at a Sonic Adventure 2. It's always a good walk down memory lane. I think of the classic Sonics, like, what do people like the best? Sonic 3? Sonic and Knuckles? Because unfortunately, I don't think I played, like, at the time, I didn't play the Sonic games. The older Sonic games. Huh. So like a grapple. Okay, yeah, grappling hook is how he puts it. I should. Yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the one. I can be a bit of contrarian, so I'm still fond of Sonic 1 despite playing 2 and 3. I think I only played. I remember a long time ago I played one of them on Game Gear. I think like the big old Saturn one. Was it called Game Gear? I can't remember what it was called. It was pretty. That's for sure. Yeah, it was Game Gear. Sega. It was Sega Game Gear. What am I saying? Saturn. It's like it feels like the Super Mario Brothers 1 still had a lot of reverence, but Sonic 1 doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. That's like people still like sing the praises of Mario 1. But you typically I guess you don't you hear Sonic the classic Sonics put together in like a bunch. That's what I usually hear. Game Gear is a portable system, but they are different games, but apparently decent. Yeah, I just remember playing that like a long time ago. Um, very beautiful. I do remember like the full color screen, though. I guess it's been like way too long for me to actually remember all of this. Sonic was always good. Like Sonic 1 was the one I guess I never played 3, I guess. Sonic 1 is the one that's in my mind. What a Sonic game is. Most classic Sonic game is. You didn't keep too many of your manuals and things from the past, I guess. I didn't I don't think I have any. Like at all. I would have to look in like the older games. Like we might have kept some in the boxes. But they usually like you took them out of the box, then you never put them back in, stuff like that. I think I consider Sonic 2 to embody what classic Sonic is, as I always tried to play multiplayer and liked Tails following you. Sonic 3 does carry it forward, so yeah, Tails is also a big part of it. But I guess like I guess just it's like a feeling to me. Like anytime someone talks about classic Sonic, I look at that. Like the way modern Sonic to me is always going to be Adventure Adventure 2. Um, starting with 3D Sonic game Adventure with Sonic Heroes made made me like Sonic 2 with my expectations. If you haven't played Side of the Hedgehog, it also has following AI companions that can be playable. It also has following AI companions that can be playable. Oh yeah, that like what's it called? The evil guy, the evil tentacle eye. So going from having a ton of characters, 5 at minimum, to just Sonic and Sonic was a bit dry, even if Generations is obviously fantastic. Right. I guess like yeah, I guess like a lot they were really like capitalizing on the fact that Sonic had like a bunch of characters. Like the character designers at Sonic are like top tier. Very top tier, obviously. I think you have like um what's we got? Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. I guess Big isn't as well liked. Uh the Cream, no, Tikal. Cream was later. Tikal, Chaos, then Cream, Chow's, Shadow, Rouge. That robot, I think he kind of made a comeback. Um, After that, I think it kind. Oh no, Chaotix, the alligator, Vex, I think his name is. There's a chameleon, Wave, Blaze, Silver. I think of even if the games aren't great, they still make new characters that people like. People like Silver and Blaze still. The new one, Frontiers, had the girl. I forgot her name. She had the white-haired one. People like her. It felt like they were capitalizing on having a bigger cast from the start till the late 2000s, but really shrunk when Unleashed Colors Generations came around. Yeah, when they were really focusing on just Sonic, right? I think didn't Forces do something? Sonic Forces, did they remake or like give people different things to do, different characters to play? Or was that just Sonic and Sonic again? They let you make a character. I remember that's what Sonic Forces let you do. That said, even the games which had less playable characters still added Chip in the lake. Sonic Forces had an OC. Yeah, that's right. That was what I remember. Avatar, right? Sonic OC and Shadow DLC for a few stages. Right. And that was kind of the idea, right? You get to play like the classic like Sonic OCs. Get to play with their hero Sonic. It's like a dream come true. Um, well, I guess the game wasn't as good, but I think it gave people what they wanted a little bit, you know. Okay. You ever make an OC for Dragon Ball or Sonic? Not Sonic. I don't remember making an OC like in that type, that like template style. But then again, I don't remember a lot from like when I was younger. I usually just made original characters, like from my own comics and stuff. They were like rip-offs, I guess, but they didn't look like them. Was the main thing. How about you? Did you? I've never done it for Sonic, but I think it probably made a lot of people happy to be able to do it. I prefer a well-designed Amy or Tails gameplay. Yeah, same here. I think the idea is like was perfect. Like that was pitch perfect idea. To let people make their own character. But yeah, I prefer like I want to see like Knuckles, Amy, Tails, Eggman. I like the robots in Sonic 2, Adventure 2. I did a few DB recolors, none online, and started DB fanfic. I can't find it. That's great. Cause thing is, like, I missed all of that. I remember only watching the videos. There was a video. I don't know if I talked about it before. There was like a video I saw of like this super buff, like ultra buff Sonic. Let me see. I don't know if I can draw Sonic. I'm like you can see like I have no experience with this with this stuff. It was like Supersonic, so his hair was up, and it was like a Supersonic slash Dragon Ball Z thing. Um, and it was like to Chop Suey, and it was like half the video was Chop Suey was like he was like this. I mean, I guess I can't draw from memory even. Um, but it was still like this, like this shit. But he was like Dragon Ball Z buff, so he had like the insane neck, giant muscles. I can't remember where it was. I think it might have been on Newgrounds. When I did my DB fanfic, I didn't know YouTube was an option. I kind of like writing or using other tools. I didn't think YouTube was an option. Yeah, I think like I missed the YouTube train as well. Unfortunately, I didn't like go all the way with it. Um, I should have, but I didn't. Did you ever post your Dragon Ball fanfic, or do you want to? You just not want to see it? Let anyone see it. That's fine too. Just one of my favorite DB fanfics was by a super competitive player in Budokai and Tenkaichi. He used the games to create original stories with existing characters. That's cool. Like, see, I never like I didn't like read anything. I was more of like I hated reading, especially when I was younger. Um, so I usually just go and watch videos and stuff, or drew stuff on DeviantArt. Do I have anything? If I find my DB fanfic, I'll share it, but probably die inside when I find it. Yeah, yeah. Going back to look at your old art, very can be very cringe. Even like this. Let's see, I'll show you. Um, because it's so long ago now. Where is he? Like these sprites aren't excellent. If I window extensions, swatch timeline type. Okay, every time his face just changes, sometimes to being unrecognizable. Like right there. Here is okay, but like right there, sometimes you'll get one of these, like sort of Igor faces. This one's not nearly as bad as how they can get. Where's Upkick? I guess I can just look at it. Look at this. But yeah, looking back at your old art, sucks. There it is. Like even this face, it doesn't really look like him. Very off model. Yeah, so like this is okay. What's going on here? The perspective is off too. This is like what's happened here? Like why is his hair like this? This goes on everywhere in this game. You can't tell at speed, obviously, but very cringe. And that was just a few years ago. I can't remember. Like I think I gave away my old comics to people. When the ones I drew on my own, just on paper and pencil. I should remake one of those characters. done here. Once I'm done with this like line work, I can probably go. Yeah, so right now, like, the line work isn't, like, good. It's just there. Like, it's very, like, you can see, like, some of it's over here. I started some of it, but, like, you have to do better than this, so. Oh, that's what happened. I didn't ever notice this. Okay. So once I get done with this, I can move out of here. No. Okay. Look up Sprawlers if you want to see a fanfic series from 17 years ago on Dragon Ball. Okay. Or Sprawlers. Okay. Fear of Power. Okay. There it is. DBAX frees up Fear of Power. Okay. Oh, so like they were literally like using this. This is like machinima, like red versus blue. Okay, that's cool. Yep, we didn't have camera tools yet. It was basically machinima. So wait, so this is yours? Oh, this is part 4. Sorry, Sprawlers. Or is this just something you knew about? This is classic 4x3, 480p. That's great. We basically didn't have camera tools yet. It was basically machinima. I think he switched from BT2 to BT3 mid fanfic as the presentation went up. No, I didn't make it. He was a big name on FAQs. Oh, okay. The universe. Okay. Wow, this is like freaking. Oh, it's like a movie. Literally a movie. It's like 2-hour movie. This actually reminded me that he was on the site since 2003. I was on the site from 2005. Oh, okay. I remember those old copy pastas. I think the creepy pastas. That's what they were. Ben Drowned. I remember them being like those lost video ones. I liked, but the lost video ones because they were like they all didn't have like a video. Um, it was kind of that they got old, but like Ben Drowned, the Majora's Mask one, they had a video and it was great. It was very well done. I really like that. I really like that sort of thing. Okay, I think that's it for the line work. Okay. Ugh. Okay, let me try this again. A little bit more. Man, I gotta work on my endurance here. It's only been like 2 hours and I'm still. I think I don't like these eyelashes, but I like this face. Are there any exercises or stretching for drawing that you do? No, and that's probably the problem. I just I just freaking wake up. But I can show you some I did sometimes. Um, so simple one is like just draw like take a page and try to draw a straight line. This is like a traditional art, so you don't have Control Z. Do like a full page straight line. None of these are straight. You see how I'm like bad at this? Dot dot line. Dot dot line. That's one of the exercises you can do, and then you just do like a basically a perfect circle in 2 lines, or in a basically maximum 2. Like you don't want to keep doing this. But like yes, yeah, I'm just used to control Zing everywhere. But you would do this on a piece of paper in real life, and just keep doing this, and you would you'll get it. That's what I do. Um, and then there's more extreme ones. If you like, you're after you're done with that, you can do stuff for like perspective. This is like a more difficult one. Like just do a perspective, and like freehand the perspective, and like make a scene with just a bunch of squares. So Like I'm gonna imagine like a ground plane here, but I'm not gonna draw it. So make sure they're all cubes. Like this one isn't a cube. It's kind of messed up. I don't know if the guy who did this. I took this from someone on YouTube. I don't know if he's still around. Um, it was like Moat DD, I believe. I believe that was who he was. And like this is not like you don't use a perspective line. You might, if you want, you can do like you can do this if you really want it. But you know it's better if you don't. It's better if you just use the naturally overlapping stuff to create, and make sure these cubes are like the same size. Like they're supposed to be the same size in perspective. So like this is okay. Like obviously I haven't done this in a while, but these are some of the exercises I would do. Ah, I probably should do that, but I don't. I just go right into it. Um, yeah. What was Have you did you ever try making these like Dragon Ball stuff, machinima stuff, uh, yourself, with full video and stuff? Is Moat DD still around? He is. No, wait, this is a different guy. I think. No, this might be the same guy. This might be the same guy. All his videos are gone. Cause he did drawing. He was a drawing channel. Yeah, they're okay. There's like some shorts. Huh. I didn't have the means to record till way later for DB, but I did have the option for Brawl, but haven't done it. I think the platform fighters may be interesting to do it for. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, cause I mean that's the idea, right? Of a platform fighter is that you like all your favorite characters are all fighting. Well, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna oh, especially 3D ones. I think one advantage is that they play with the camera and perspective, which is part of the appeal of Xrd and Strive. Yeah, the Xrd and Strive, like the if you can mess with the camera a little bit, like the yeah, I guess it's more cinematic, right? If it's not stuck to 2D. I think there's I can't remember if it like the replays in Brawl or one of them, you could take the camera and then move it like as the game is playing. I can't remember which one did that, but one of them did. But yeah, I think it's I gotta go. I do gotta get something else done. Have you seen Hyper DBZ? It has ArcSys presentation. Let me see. I'll look into that. Uh, Hyper DBZ as a 2D Mugen fan game. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, I do know this one. Yes. Melee had the camera mode. Okay, Melee had the camera mode. I remember this I do remember this one. It it was like very much It was pretty incredible for the sprite work and the work. Later games had the ability to record any match. Right. And easy exports. Right. I remember we used that to back when people were playing Brawl. We had like like a hack that let you record past 3 minutes. So every game would be recorded. Yeah, I did see Hyper Dragon Ball. So this is pretty crazy. Yeah, okay. Um I might do like a small thing tomorrow, a small stream tomorrow. Uh but we'll see. We'll see. I might just have to I might just like try to make the stream a little like do some work over the weekend to make the stream a little better. I'll probably be here Saturday. Um yeah, I'll see you. Thanks for coming, thanks for talking. Um nuts.